Hi guys, this is Michael at Mouse House Pins. Today I'm going to do a special small video for some of the people who've been asking, how can you tell a real pin from a fake pin? And some people right now are going, what do you mean a fake pin? Well, it goes back many, many years ago when Disney started sending their pins to China to get made. Well, as we all know, or most of us know, China does not have copyright rules. So Disney will send pins over to say we need 1,000 of these pins made, and then China will say, well, we're going to make 1,000 or 10,000 of this pin. They send the pins back to Disneyland or Disney, whoever's making them, and then a few months later they sell them on the black market, like on eBay or well, you can't say that, but other online places. So we'll start today. I'll show you a couple examples and a couple ways you can help you determine if a pin is real or fake. And there's no 100% way to actually figure this out. You just have little clues that can help you. The only way you can 100% guarantee that the pin is authentic is if you purchase the pin directly from a Disney outlet or Disney park. So the first way you can determine if a pin is a fake or a scrapper pin is you get these pins on an online auction, and when they come in a little plastic bag, individually wrapped, and they're usually a little red line across the top, which is your first red flag that the pin came from China. So, and when you get the pins and you're at the park, somebody will walk up to you with 100 of these little bags, and they'll say, are you trading? And the first thing, that's your first red flag right there. Now, out of 20 years of pin trading, I've only had one person, and that's in the last 2 weeks, that had their pins in these bags because she would put her good pins in these bags. So it's not 100% proof, but 99.9% of the time, when you see this, that's your first clue. Either if you get them yourself or you're trading with somebody, that's your first red flag. And then another one is when you see a pin on the board, like say this pin, and you're trading at the parks, there's a pin on the board. The first thing I do is I take my finger and I go across the pin, because sometimes you can't pull a pin off the board, you can only look at the pin. So what I do is I put my finger across it, and if I can feel like really rough lines, or something cut your finger, or you can feel the little indentions, that's probably not a good pin, and that's another red flag. So for example, this is a real pin, and then somebody came up to me yesterday with the same pin. And if you look at it closely, you'll see the different colors on the bottom of the pin. You'll see the different colors on the top. And then when you touch the fake pin, your finger goes down and you're like, oh, wait a minute. You know, that you can actually physically feel the lines, and you can actually feel the rough metal edges on it. So if you did it long enough, you'll probably have little shards of metal in your hand. And then when you flip the pin over, you'll see one of them is really shiny. You get really in there on that. One of them will have there's a factory number on the back. One of them will have the factory number on the bottom engraved on the pin, and the real pin will have it written on the pin. So this one here, it's engraved, and this one here, it's written. And then there's two little nubs on the pin. The real pin will have little nubs on the side, two of them like this. The fake pin will have two little tiny dots where you can actually put your finger, push down on it. It's not gonna hurt you. These will be sharp. So when you go to push down, you're not gonna push down hard because it actually penetrates your finger. So that's another way. And it's not even 100%, it's just an indicator to help you determine. You use everything. You use your finger on the front of the pin, you look at the pin, and you look at the back of the pin. So lately, a lot of the newer pins are being made in Vietnam. So that's a nice indicator that Disney is trying to fix the issue or work with the problem. So, as a lot of you come to me and ask me what's the best way to figure out a pin, there's no one special magic way. So the best thing I could do is, you see somebody come at you with little plastic baggies, red flag. You see somebody come out with your pin and you feel it and it feels like it's the weight of like a penny and it's really, really thin and really, really light, that's another red flag. If you put your hand on it and your finger gets cut, that's a red flag. And if you look at the back, a new pin should be shiny and reflect and have those nubs. And not all the pins have the nubs either, so you just gotta kind of watch out what you're getting and what you're collecting. And remember, the best thing of pin trading is knowledge. And there's many sites. I'm trying to use ours to help people. There's pin picks, there's pin clubs, there's Facebook groups. There's people at the park that have 15, 20 years experience that will sit down with you and help you. So just remember, there's always somebody out there to help you find the real pin and the fake pin. So once again, I think it's the Smiles House Pins. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you again at the park, guys. Have a great day.